Breaking news, breaking news. Good afternoon, everyone. We have some breaking news. Unfortunate. Joe Budden from Love and Hip Hop, from the iconic one-hit wonder, Pump It Up, Joe Budden's TV podcast. The man is in the hospital. I don't know his conditions. Some people saying that he's on life support. All kinds of stuff that's going on right now on Twitter. Joe Budden's got jumped at a strip club. Yes, Joe Budden's was in a strip club bragging about that one hit and was throwing ones and shit like that and got jumped allegedly by a gang of females. A gang of females knocked him out, stomped him all on the ground and shit. And the video footage is out there right now. Prayers for Joe Budden. When you guys come in the building, I need y'all to pray for Joe Budden. He got jumped at a strip club by 10 to 11 strippers. Stomped this man out. You know what I mean? I'm talking about pump it up. They stomped this man out, man. You guys smash that like button. Prayers for Joe Budden. Joe Budden is in the hospital right now fighting for his life. Now, I was going to do I got a whole nother show for you guys. This is going to be quick, but I need y'all to smash that like button. This is breaking news. Joe Budden's got jumped. He got jumped by 11 to 12. I think 10 to 11 to 12 strippers. I'm talking about stilettos. They were stomping all on his head with stilettos. I'm talking about all kinds of shit. This is crazy. This is sad. Joe Budden's, when you got a podcast and you talking shit, that's why I tell people, what you put out there on the universe, the world is small. It's a small world. That's why I don't like to talk shit to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to look over my shoulders. I respect everybody. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Budden's, I guess, allegedly was talking crazy about Tax Tone that's in jail right now, that had a podcast. And Joe Budden was saying the SMD word, suck my SMD, shit like that. And these strippers that know Tax Tone ran down on Joe Budden and they stomped him out with stilettos, everything. You know what I mean? Put one of his eyeballs out. Joe Budden, one of his eyeballs, they say, is out from one of the strippers that stepped on his motherfucking eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be Joe Budden's white. Not Charleston White, but Joe Budden's white. Because he only going to have one eye. You know what I mean? But I'm praying for him right now. Like I said, Joe Budden was in a strip club, making it rain. Kept talking about his one-hit wonder. Pump it up. And then all these strippers walked up to him and said, "Ho, wasn't you talking about Tax Tone?" You know what I mean? We fuck with Tax Tone. I don't know if it was one of Tax Tone's baby moms. You know what I mean? One of his girlfriends, his sisters, whoever. These bitches whooped Joe Budden's ass. And Joe, listen, don't be embarrassed. I've been beat up by a girl before. Joe. You're not by yourself. Okay, I was beat up by a girl, but I was only like 5 or 6 years old. It was my girl cousin, my cousin Vanessa. You know what I mean? I'm a grown-ass man. My cousin Vanessa still thinks she can beat me today, you know, because she beat me up when I was 5 years old. She be bringing it up at family reunions and shit. Remember when I beat you up? I'll be looking at my cousin like, bitch, you beat me up when I was 5 years old. You know how many women that I done put in their place in the last 40 years? Try to fuck me up now. So yes, Joe Budden is in the hospital, and salute the King of New Jersey in the building. King of New Jersey, Joe Budden was at the strip club, started thinking that he was just a regular motherfucker, a regular smuggler. Joe Budden, you was on Love and Hip Hop. You had that one hit, one of the biggest hits that ever came out. Was pump it up. And them strippers kicked your ass. Joe, I thought you knew karate. You know what I'm saying? But this is sad, guys. Breaking news. Smash that like button. Joe Budden is in the hospital. And there's video footage. There's video footage out there. Everybody took their phones out. All that shit that Joe Budden be talking on that podcast, that's what I be telling motherfuckers. When you talk shit to people, you never know if you're going to run into a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect everybody. You guys, it's bad enough people will come up to you just from your opinion. But if you talking ish about people's kids and families and telling people to suck your pecker, oh, that's just, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying he was talking about somebody's kids, but Joe Budden told Tex Tone. Tex Tone is in jail right now with the Troy Ave situation. If y'all don't know who Tex Tone is, Tex Tone would have been bigger than Joe Budden's. His podcast would have been bigger. But them females got jumped by like a gang of strippers. They was throwing motherfucking absolute vodka all in his eyes and in his hair. Joe Budden was trying to grow hair. Now he ain't gonna be able to grow hair. The little pieces of hair he had growing had vodka, all kinds of shit running down his head, guys. Prayers for Joe Buttons.
Joe Budden gets jumped? That's right. That's what's going on Twitter in terms of the rumor mill. And a lot of people are wondering if this actually happened. I think it did, based upon a couple of factors. For one, we have Tony the Closer, who's saying that he ran into Joe, or he just heard from Joe and Joe said that he's okay, which to me basically solidifies that the rumor is true and that he did get into some type of physical altercation. Now, this comes on the heels of rising tensions on his podcast. He's on his podcast, always talking about fighting and all of this stuff, you know, calling people out, a couple of invitations to the Frank stand, like Coney Island in the 80s. And I have to say that maybe that was COE, but it does seem to be manifesting in real life. He has been going at people like Caesar, and we all know Caesar's brother Lucci ran down on him at the club he was at, or the restaurant he was at, and he had the bear mace, so that was a very serious situation. I think Joe kind of joked about it on the podcast, but man, they had bear mace, my guy. Like, bear mace ain't no joke. That will violate your mucous membranes. Stay safe, Joe. But more importantly, there was also the whole back and forth with Taxstone, with Joe Budden saying some wild things about Taxstone being, you know, locked up for life, another invitation to the Frank stand, and we all know Taxstone is a crazy dude, probably one of the most craziest dudes to ever be in hip-hop media.
Now you see that? And Taxstone is in jail right now. But Taxstone is such a bad motherfucker. He getting motherfuckers stomped out by a gang of strippers. One of the strippers, they said one of her titties was out, one of the titties was in. One of the titties was out, one of the titties was in. I'm talking about extension hair all flying all over the place. They was stomping Joe Buttons out. Fucking Taxstone's got connections, Joe. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if that was Taxstone's sister or relatives or somebody, but it was a gang of females, and they stomped Joe Buttons out. He in the hospital right now. Prayers up. Smash that like button. Surviving Taxstone. Surviving Taxstone series. Stay tuned. More to come. Prayers for Joe Buttons. And like I said, smash that like button. God damn it.